What's up, everybody? My name's Janet, and today we're going to be playing a Glass of the Pirates deck, actually. You can see I've made 2 copies of this deck. Real quick, I just want to say that I think this style of deck, or rather this deck in specific, has a lot of potential. And I haven't seen it played yet, which is really surprising to me, right? But nonetheless, I had a comment the other day about asking if I could go ahead and skip ahead to my pirates in my tribal videos, and of course I can't. You guys are gonna have to wait for that. But then I was also playing, Glass of the Guildpact a lot here recently, and I got to thinking, what's some what's some multicolored creatures that are really good, just in general, or have a lot of synergies with them within themselves. And of course, pirates came to mind, right? So pirates have a lot of cool interacting combinations within themselves, and I made 2 decks, as I've said. The other one, I would like to play it. I would like to showcase it, because I think it's more fun. However, I think this deck is actually better than the other one. It's a little bit more aggro focused, and the other one is just a little bit too slow. It doesn't seem to stand up quite as well as the decks it had been facing off against. I did manage to pick up a few victories, but this one seems to be running a little bit smoother, so this is one we'll go with. If you guys would like a deck list of the other one, I can also post that maybe in the comment section or in the description beneath this one. So nonetheless, we're going to hop right into the deck or the deck breakdown. So kicking this off, we have 4 copies of Curious Obsession. Obviously, this is going to go down on things like Siren Stormtamer, or maybe an early Fanatical Firebrand if you're just trying to get in some early card draw. But this isn't like Mono Blue, where you're trying to get the most value out of Curious Obsession. You draw 2 cards, excellent, wonderful, fantastic, right? You spent 1 mana, you got in the extra 2 damage from Curious Obsession's buff, and you managed to draw 2 cards. Take it for what it is. It's 1 mana for 2 card draw. Not bad. And you didn't have to sacrifice anything, right? So, moving us along, I have 1 copy of Direfleet Poisoner. Probably would have more if I had more of her. One thing with this deck is I'm missing a whole lot of good pirate cards, cards that I'd really like to be using. So this is sort of what I have available. So some of you are probably going to say, you should play more Direfleet Poisoner, or you should play more Daredevil, or you should play, Admiral Beckett Brass, which I don't even have. So if there's a card you don't see, or if there's a card that you think you're not seeing enough of, just let me know, and it's more than likely I just don't have it. So nonetheless, Direfleet Poisoner, whenever it enters the battlefield, which it does have flash, target attacking pirate you control gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch until end of turn. So it's kind of like a combat trick, and she herself has Death Touch, so you can flash her in to double surprise your opponent, which is it's kind of nice. 2 copies of Kitesail Freebooter. This lets us see our opponent hands. We can take any non-creature, non-land, so essentially some removal or an enchantment that might be really good if we're looking at a Gruul deck or something like that. But yeah, past that, it's a 1/2 flyer. It's okay. It can go above our ground enemies. Nonetheless, moving on, we have 1 copy of Direfleet Daredevil. Another card if I had more of, I would be running more of. Whenever it enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast that card this turn, and you may spend mana. So you do still have to spend the mana to cast it. Just a quick little note. You may spend mana as though it were mana of any tap to cast card. Nonetheless, if it was going to be put in the graveyard, put it in exile instead. So, really great if, say, they've been using a bunch of removal on you. This gives you a chance to sort of turn that removal back around on them. So, really fun card. And again, if I had more, definitely would be playing it. 2 copies of Lava Coil for some removal, and hopefully some permanent removal. The only things I can really think of that aren't permanently removed by this is like a squee. But nonetheless, moving us along, we have 2 copies of Stormfleet Swashbuckler, and honestly I've thought about going up in the number for this card, simply because I've been getting it ascended, it seems like, every time I have it. So why not? It's a 2/2 double strike, 2 mana, not bad. 2 copies of Thought Erasure, so we can look into our opponent's hand again, and remove any card, not just a non-creature. And of course we can't remove a land, but It'd be pretty dirty if you could, huh? Nonetheless, moving us along, we have 4 copies of Dire Fleet Captain. Excellent card, 2 mana, works excellent with Glass of the Guildpact, works even better whenever you have a whole lot of pirates already down. Only 2 mana. I don't know what else to say about it. Fantastic card, at least in this deck. So we do have 3 copies of Glass of the Guildpact, as again this is kind of the name of the deck, so you know we should probably be having some of those. 2 copies of Fiery Cannonade. It's an alright sweeper effect. It can be played at instant speed, which is really nice. 3 mana is not bad. Obviously none of our creatures are going to be taking any damage, as we only have pirates. So moving us along, we have 4 copies of Stormfleet Sprinter. This creature has haste and it can't be blocked, so it works really great in conjunction with Dire Fleet Captain, as it adds another pirate, can't be blocked, and well, you know, it swings in for however much damage you're gonna have it buffed up from Glass of the Guildpact or Vanquisher's Banner, you know, whatever it might be. So moving us along, we have 1 copy of Bedevil. Again, another card. If I had more copies, I would be playing it for sure. But 1 copy's fine. It's some removal in the deck. Honestly, the only place this deck's really lacking in is probably removal. If you wanted to do something like throw in, well, hell, if I can ever get there, throw in some cast downs and maybe take out, hell, honestly, I don't know what I would take out from this deck. We're only running with 21 lands, so it's already pretty scarce as is. I don't know, maybe do something like that. But nonetheless, you're trying to keep your deck very quick, so keeping less land in it is good. You also don't have a whole lot of card draw, so you don't want to be drawing land on all your draws. Nonetheless, after Bedevil, we do have 2 copies of Hostage Taker. Fantastic pirate card, 4 mana. We get to steal either a creature or an artifact and then cast it back as our own. And then we have Dire Fleet Neckbreaker, which I've thought about going up with this card, right? Because attacking pirates you control get +2/+0. We're trying to play, you know, beefed up pirates anyway, so why not, right? Craft all, and we could probably go down on our Curious Obsessions, right? It's not the bread and butter of the deck. And then I'm fine with playing 61 cards, because why not, right? But nonetheless, that's going to be our deck, or our deck tech, whatever you want to call this little segment of the video. And yeah, we're going to hop right into the games and hopefully pick up some victories. Alrighty, here we are up against Rutilos. Rutilios? Rutilos? I think it's Rutilos. Not exactly the cards we want to see. We want to see a little bit more, you know, spread out mana there, but can't complain too much. We'll have to hope we draw into some. We will go ahead and pay the 2 off. Since they're playing Memorial to Genius, we have to think that it's a slower deck. Whoops. Don't actually want that stop, so go ahead and swing in with the Fanatical Firebrand. Ooh, and there's a swamp we wanted, actually. So let's go Thought Erasure. Does he have a counter? Oh man, let the counter spells hit the floor. That's fine. We still have Kitesail Freebooter, which an argument could be made to have played Kitesail Freebooter before we played the other one, Thought Erasure. Erase my own thoughts there. But I think I'd rather have the creature down than, you know, getting the added benefit of being able to take whatever we want. Granted, he may not have anything we want to take here. We'll just have to look and see. Settle is annoying, but we can play around it. There's no real way to play around with cleansing, right? And then I think we can just attack. We know he has an opt. He's probably going to throw it down now. Cue the opt. Cue the opt. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So he still doesn't have the land required either to do settle, which is nice. We know he is playing a control deck though, so we'll definitely have to be careful of that. Hey, well, let's go Stormtamer first into a Stormfleet Sprinter. No response. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to keep it as is. We can sacrifice the Siren Stormtamer this way if he manages to cast out a spell that would target our creatures. He doesn't. Again, I'm going to keep the mana up. Chemister's Insight. Okay, so we probably would have been fine to cast out Stormfleet Sprinter at that turn, which is really annoying. Psychic Corrosion. Okay, so he's going for Azorius Mill here. Alright, well, I gotta try and hit the Thought Erasure first, right? If he has counter, it's coming out now. No counter. He does have a Revitalize. That can make things a little bit more difficult. Settle can as well, but if I force him to only settle one creature, I'm fine with that. So, I think we just take the Revitalize here. Another mountain. I don't think we want it. I would take another swamp because it would allow us to cast Bedevil. But another mountain, not that interested in. So yeah, we can go ahead and attack here. He doesn't have anything to play in response. And he's already down to 12, so things are looking alright. Getting rid of a Fanatical Firebrand and cast down honestly seems like a favor to me, so sure the Firebrand would have been a little bit more damage. And he's going to cast out Patient Rebuilding. Artifact Creature, Planeswalker. Unfortunately these are enchantments, so we can't do that, but we can go ahead and throw down this little lady and swing in for a little bit more damage. So he's down to 7. We're only dealing what, 3-5 a turn. It's not too bad. He's on a two turn timer. Okay, another Stormfleet Sprinter actually would have been lethal. That's kind of annoying. Blast of the Guildpact wouldn't have been lethal, but it would have been damn near close. Curious Obsession would have been nice. He just got rid of a lot of cards I would have liked to see. 3 lands. Kinda would have been flooded. Seal away on my Kitesail Freebooter? I don't think so. We're gonna spell our ability. Unknown card title 11824. Yes. Yes, I do want to target unknown card title 11824. AKA Seal Away. Bye bye. You're not getting your Cleansing Nova back that easy. You gotta know better than that, right? He can still cast his Settle the Wreckage. And we definitely don't want him to settle the Kitesail. Make things a little bit difficult. So we'll just swing in with the Stormfleet. If he wants to settle one creature, great. If not, you know, we're that much closer. And it'll mean he has to keep up settle for next turn. Like the mana for settle. That's fine. Next. No lands? Okay. It's kind of good. We don't have any way to deal with enchantments, as I just realized. Hostage Takers, whatever. Direfleet Captain. I mean, we did get rid of another Stormfleet Sprinter, so there goes all of them, which is unfortunate. Okay, he's keeping up the mana for settle. That's fine. He'll have to settle here, otherwise we can just tap Fanatical. Yeah. Okay, so now he has to have more removal come next turn as well. I mean, hell, it doesn't really matter what we do here, but let's go ahead and get down another swamp. So yeah, he has to have an answer for both my creatures next turn, or we'll win. Ooh, Direfleet Neckbreaker would have been awesome. 19 cards. I don't think he can mill us this turn. Sure, sacrifice. I think we win. He's got to have some form of removal within those cards. Resolve all. He's definitely cutting through a lot of our deck, but yep, just a little too short. Unless he has something here. He could. I might have spoke too soon. Seal away. Damn, you know what? I think he just won off that seal away. Yeah, there goes 3. He doesn't have to draw very many here. Oh, that's GG. Alright, so I got cocky there. We ended up getting milled anyways. Super unfortunate, but he is down to 5, so we did get close. Yeah, that just feels bad, right? He just countered us away. Sounds about right though, playing this late at night. Nonetheless, we'll get on into a game 2. Alright, and here we are in game 2 up against not even sure how to say the last part. Another interesting start. Sure, we'll keep it. I'm actually really happy about that mountain. It allows us to play our Dragonskull Summit and our Sulfur Falls untapped. So awesome. Awesome sauce. Up against a Rakdos deck. It's interesting. Could go ahead and sack our Firebrand to kill his Footlight before he gets any additional value out of it, like playing a Judith. How much is Judith? I think only 3 mana, right? I'm not gonna attack. If he goes to play a Judith, I'll tap Firebrand and kill the Footlight Fiend. Ashino Pyromancer. I think we'll just wait for the Fiery Cannonade on our next turn. Clear his side of the board. He'll deal 1 more damage to me, that's okay. He's gonna shock our Stormfleet. Okay. My turn. Like I said, we'll go ahead and Fiery Cannonade to deal with the annoying opposers. Footlight Fiend will kill our Fanatical Firebrand. I should have tapped the Firebrand there, or oh, he's just going straight to the face. All right, well, we'll go ahead and swing in. Obviously, he's going for aggro burn style deck here. Hopefully, he'll run out of gas though before we do. Looking for another land so we can get Direfleet Neckbreaker, or not quite sure. What's he doing here? Okay, you got 4 mana. What are you doing though? Banefire to the face. Okay. I think we go Curious Obsession on our Firebrand. I really need some card draw. He doesn't have any way to remove it quite yet, and once he sees the Curious, no matter what creature it's on, he's more than likely going to try and remove it. So, okay, and a Stormfleet Sprinter. If we draw into a land, we can Stormfleet Sprinter and Siren Stormtamer, or we can just Direfleet Neckbreaker. We'll have to see what he plays. He only has two cards. Could Memorial to Folly, but then what is he getting back? Either a Bashino or a Footlight Fiend, neither one of those are that scary. Reassembling Skeleton's not that scary. I'm kind of liking what we're being dealt here. I mean, we could just Lava Coil the Reassembling Skeleton, right? So he doesn't have the continuous blocker. We still get to draw, and we get a Siren Stormtamer down. Kind of like that. Seems a bit useless, but honestly, him having that reoccurring block is super annoying. So let's just go ahead and attack. And we'll take the draw. Direfleet Poisoner is interesting. I think next turn though we go Direfleet Neckbreaker, because it's better than Stormfleet Sprinter. We have a whole bunch of like fleets and storms, and it just seems like they just took like 4 or 5 words and they were like, alright, now you have to use all of these words somewhere in all of the pirate names. Like dire and fleet and storm for whatever reason. Whatever. Who am I to judge? Okay. So again, we could just go ahead and Bedevil. We do have the mana in order to do that, just to kill his creature, and we still deal damage. We can swing all in. We can Direfleet Poisoner, as well as Stormfleet Sprinter. I do kind of like that. And we can't pay that, so let's just pay that. Now we'll swing all in. And we're going to throw down Direfleet Poisoner to save our Fanatical Firebrand here. And then next turn, I think that we're looking at lethal. We'll have to see. He's down to 11. We have 6, 7 on the board. Direfleet. Oh. Well, Direfleet gives +2 to all of those. So 2, 4s, 8. 8 plus 7's 15 damage. So yeah, we would have had enough to finish them off. So nonetheless, game 2 is going to be wrapped up pretty much how you want this deck to function. And yeah, we'll hop on into a game 3. Alrighty, so here we are in a game 3 up against Mr. Fusion. It's okay. We can't go turn 1 Fanatical Firebrand, but we can go turn 2 Thought Erasure. Looking for some red mana here. Our opponent says, oops. Hello? Ooh, actually we can do the Fanatical Firebrand into the Thought Erasure. Yes. Yes, I will. On our next turn, after the Thought Erasure, obviously, we can go Stormfleet Sprinter. Let's see. Playing some kind of night tribal, if I had to guess about it. There's 2 Ariels. He's playing a night tribal, and Ariel is going to be pretty good. It's more mana for us. We're already up to 4. All of our spells only cost 4. We have all of our splits that we need, so I don't really see a need for us to go expending more mana. So we're going to go Stormfleet Sprinter into Direfleet Neckbreaker. And we'll just keep Direfleet Captain back, I guess. Although playing Direfleet Captain is still pretty good. Yeah, actually I like it a little bit better. It allows us to still swing in with Fanatical Firebrand. Obviously they don't want to trade their Knight of New Benalia. Hopefully it'll discourage them from swinging in with their Knight of New Benalia as well. Whereas if we just play the Stormfleet Sprinter and swing in, then they can swing back for the 3. Hopefully no removal comes out here. Although the way he's The way he's targeting, I would say some removal is no blocks. No removal, that's what I like to see. Alright, so we're not going to play the Steam Vents, we're going to play the Dire Fleet Neckbreaker. We do need that red mana. Don't have any counterplay either. Watch, there's one card that we can't see be a counterspell. No, it's not. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and swing in with everything this turn. Please, again, no removal. He's got to have it here though, right? Yeah, seal away on the Dire Fleet. That is unfortunate, but we're still going to ring in for 3 damage, and next turn we'll be able to swing in with Stormfleet Sprinter as well to deal a whole lot more. Ooh, Fiery Cannonade. You know that's got to feel bad for him, right? So unfortunately we won't be able to play it and play our Stormfleet Sprinter, but honestly, Fiery Cannonade is pretty nice here. And let's go ahead and... Oh! I meant to enter that tapped. Whoops. Okay. If I die because of 2 health in this game, just know it wasn't actually my fault. I mean, it was. I'm the one that paid the life, but you guys know what I'm saying. You're picking up what I'm putting down. Goodness. Did I just misplay that? Could I have red, blue? No, no. Okay. I was about to say, could I have played both Stormfleet Sprinters this turn? Let's swing on. So he has to block out both creatures, in which case he's still going to take 4. So next turn, even if he removes everything, we'll still have lethal with our second Stormfleet Sprinter here. So block the Fanatical Firebrand, take the 4 to the face. Alright, we're looking pretty good. He has to remove that, plus be able to stop this one, all with 1 card. He says good game, and he scoops. He, she. I'm assuming it's a he. The name is Mr. Fusion. Could be wrong on that, though. Nonetheless, though, that's going to be our 3 games. So game 1 kind of didn't go how we wanted, but game 2 and 3 went pretty much exactly how we wanted it with this aggro pirate glass of the Guildpact deck. So super fun. And not actually as janky as one might think. And I think with the right pirate cards and someone, you know, that actually has those cards, can probably make a really good deck with this. So, or at least, you know, a pretty good deck. I won't say really good, because really good, some people take that to mean like a meta deck, and that's not what I'm saying. Just in general, a strong enough deck to maybe get you to plat, diamond. They have diamond? I think they have diamond. Nonetheless, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this deck, future decks, past decks. You guys know the drill. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It is free. It does help me out. We're trying to get to 1,000 before April. I'd like to do the pre-release event for War of the Spark or War for the Spark. Can't tell you how many times I've forgotten which one it is. But nonetheless, yeah. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll see you guys tomorrow, or rather later tonight. Peace.